From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Late Edition News at 10 starts right now.
Thank you, Abby. The bench trial of Oscar Lozano Garcia continues today in front of President Judge Richard Hughes. He's accused of strangling his girlfriend, 32-year-old Maria Brea, then wrapping her body in plastic and hiding it in the attic of an East Diamond Avenue apartment, then running off to Mexico. The county's DA's office is seeking a first-degree murder conviction. Luzerne County Assistant District Attorney Michelle Hardick is prosecuting the case. Public Defender John Sobata said Garcia acted out of passion and is guilty only of involuntary manslaughter. Brea and Garcia had been living together at an apartment at 343 East Diamond Avenue for over a year when she told him she wanted him to leave. Garcia waived his right to a jury trial and opted for the bench trial. The man whose body was found this weekend in Edwardsville was murdered. Police have identified him as 49-year-old Kurt Swan. An autopsy showed that he was stabbed multiple times. His body was found in the woods behind the Kmart Plaza Saturday morning by someone who had happened to be walking by. Swan was a familiar figure to those in Edwardsville. He has a history of minor run-ins with several fines for things such as disorderly conduct and public drunkenness, but he's never been charged with a felony or any violent crime. His most recent run-in was for public drunkenness and disorderly conduct in Edwardsville on August 17th of 2015. Anyone with information is asked to call State Police in Wyoming at 570-697-2000. There are more allegations of missing money in Mahanoy City. State police are investigating at least 6 new allegations involving the city police department. One allegation is that one police officer may have mishandled evidence money or possibly even stolen it. The Mahanoy City Police Department was already being investigated over $10,000 reported missing from the evidence room. It was seized in a 2014 drug bust. Right after those charges were levied, the police chief retired and another officer was suspended with pay. Since then, several people have said that they were arrested and money was seized, but when they were released, the money was never returned. Schuylkill County DA Christine Holman said, quote, certain individuals have come forward and told some interesting stories, unquote. A new superintendent, a tax hike, and a program reinstated in the Wilkes-Barre Area School District. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more from last night's school board meeting.
And so I asked Dr. Prevesnak and the members of this board to consider the reinstatement of 3 secondary art teachers, 1 for each high school. I expect to see these elective classes filled to the rafters after witnessing the number of students who made their voices heard.
And just like that, the Wilkes-Barre Area School Board voted to reinstate 1 art teacher in all 3 of the high schools. Board member Ned Evans was the only member who voted to not cut the program at last month's meeting.
I'm thrilled we're able to get 3 of our teachers back in the secondary school. However, we are still 5 short. We 3 to 5. What I would like is the art teachers be placed in the elementary school as well. That I think is a huge foundation to our district. That's where they start. That's where the love starts, and it carries on to the secondary school. But I'm going to take what I can get, but we're short. We're still short art teachers in the elementary school, and I'm still going to fight for it.
The budget for the 2016-17 school year was also passed last night with a large tax increase.
The tax increase was the most amount that we could have under law. It was a little over 2 mills. As was stated this evening, we're going to use that solely to cover our portion of the pension from PESers that we have to contribute.
The district is borrowing money to fund ongoing capital improvements from Case Con Capital Incorporation.
There's a $4 million budget deficit for this year and approximately $4.5 million budget for next year. By borrowing now, we're funding those budget deficits. There will be a deficit, projected deficit for the 3rd year, and we need to work on that yet.
Last night was Superintendent of Wilkes-Barre Area School District, Dr. Bernard Prevesnak's last meeting. The new superintendent is Curriculum Director Brian Costello.
This was my last public meeting, and it's bittersweet in ways. I've been a part of this district for 35 years, and it was an extreme pleasure to be part of this district. It helped me grow as a professional, and I hope I, in fact, helped the children of this district as well somewhere along the line. Mr. Costello will be taking over as of September 1st, and I'm absolutely convinced he will do a fantastic job. And I'm very pleased that he was appointed, and the board made a great choice in selecting Mr. Costello.
There is no meeting scheduled for the month of July. The next regular meeting is Wednesday, August 10th. In Plains, for Wyln News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. The State House overwhelmingly approved a $31.5 billion state budget. The vote was 132 to 68, with heavy support from both Republicans and Democrats. It represents a spending increase of about 5% overall. It includes an additional $200 million for K-12 public education, as well as more money for preschool and special education. Both parties hailed it as an example of the bipartisanship. It includes a $1 a pack increase in cigarette taxes and a revenue from expanded gambling, liquor store modernization, and a proposed taxes amnesty plan. Governor Wolf hasn't fully said whether he'll support it, but indicated he is not. The bill now heads to the Senate. A budget is supposed to be in place by Friday. 1.4 million Toyota cars worldwide are being recalled for problems with exploding airbags. Nearly 500,000 of them are in the U.S. Toyota said it is not aware of any deaths or injuries related to this latest airbag recall. The airbags involved are those on the side of the car, not the steering wheel or the passenger side dashboard. Toyota said the airbags are composed of 2 chambers welded together, and that when the car is parked and unoccupied for a length of time, the weld can develop a crack, causing them to separate and inflate. The models involved include 3 hybrid models: the Prius plug-in, and Lexus CT200H, all produced between October 2008 and April of 2012. Time now for a first look at our forecast. It looks like it's going to be a sunny and warm week ahead of us, but can we expect any rain? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe?
Well, overall, looking like it should be a pretty nice weekend as we head into this holiday weekend. There's going to be a chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Not a whole heck of a lot. I'll let you know exactly when, and then what's going to happen after the holiday weekend. All of that coming up for you in just a little bit. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, Brandon's Forever Home is hosting a summer camp for kids. Find out how your little one can get involved. Plus, a look at some exciting firework events taking place over the holiday weekend. Stay tuned. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
Valley Scoops and More in Stewart's on Route 93 in the Cunningham Valley is your destination for tasty foods, delicious ice cream, and great family fun. With Stewart's now offering a variety of quality hot foods and Scoops offering 30 flavors of quality Leiden's ice cream, shakes, flurries, sundaes, and more, you're sure to leave satisfied without blowing the family budget. For fun, we offer a beautiful 18-hole mini golf course and climate-controlled indoor seating with arcade games. Visit us for fun and food and, of course, ice cream.
You deserve to look your best.
Brandon's Forever Home is an organization known for helping children in the foster care system find permanent homes. But this summer, staff members are going the extra mile to ensure that as many children as possible enjoy the warm season. WYLN News intern Maria Sinti has more on a new camp the organization is providing and what it has to offer.
Between outdoor activities, arts and crafts, and story time,
the doors tumbled from their beds.
The first annual Brandon's Forever Home summer camp appears like any other camp out there. But what sets it apart is that it offers local children a lot of opportunities at no cost. Brandon's Forever Home Camp Director Kayla Welsh says the high attendance rate and the campers' enthusiasm speaks volumes about the new camp's success.
Just the love that the volunteers have for these kids and the fact that these kids always come back. You know, last Friday we had a camp movie night and all the kids came back, all the volunteers. So I think the fact they want to be here, they want to bring their friends. I'm always here, Miss Kay, I want to bring my friend. Bring your friend, you know. So I think that really helps. And we started off with 19 and we get about 25 campers. So we're obviously doing something right.
The camp includes children from all different backgrounds, including those who are currently in foster care. And being someone who was adopted as a child, Welsh understands the importance of providing camps like this.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids don't have their happy ending like I did, so I want to give back to the kids and help them find their forever home as like our goal is the mission. So it helps the kids, give them someone to love, someone to care for them, and someone to realize this house is here.
The camp is now in the midst of its third week. It's a 5-week camp offered Monday through Friday, and it's open to the public. Besides providing free breakfast and lunch, it also offers Zumba classes, guest speakers, and field trips. Staff members say the reason why the camp offers so many opportunities for the children is because they want to help them enhance their communication skills, learn how to read and write, and build lifelong friendships.
Communication and learning how to share, going back to those basic things when you're 3 or 4 that you need to learn. We do a lot of just outdoor games, getting to know each other, really getting them out there and feeling confidence. I always want the kids to build their confidence.
Based on the age group that we are doing it for, we're hoping that once they do get back into school, their people skills will open up. A lot of these kids, they are subjected to a lot of things at a very young age, and they become isolated. They tend to isolate themselves. So being in a camp, we're hoping that they will open up to people.
Although the camp has already been in full swing for almost 3 weeks now, children between kindergarten to 6th grade are still eligible to sign up. For anyone that would like more information on the camp or Brandon's Forever Home, please contact 570-926-5117 or visit the Brandon's Forever Home Facebook page or website. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Thank you, Maria. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus details on where you can find fireworks displays in your area. All that and more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Well, the sun is shining, got a few clouds around, dry conditions, overall pretty nice, a little bit cooler, lower humidity values. Again, very nice across our area. Again, we had to deal with some of those humidity values over the last few days. They have now dropped. And overall, I think at this point in time, the weekend is shaping up to be pretty nice. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that. On to the values for the day in terms of the temperatures. We're at 72 degrees. A little bit of a breeze out there, not a whole heck of a lot, but it feels pretty comfortable when you walk outside. Temperature-wise, how we did today for the high and the low. Well, we did manage to make it up into the lower 70s, a little bit cooler for the overnight low, about 57 degrees, and we only had a wind gust of about 15 miles per hour throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Here's how it's shaping up to be like. 73 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 78 degrees in Williamsport, 71 in Mount Pocono, 69 in State College, 73 degrees in Pittsburgh. Again, wind's not much of a factor. Got some of those higher wind gusts, but generally anywhere between 5 to as much as 10 miles per hour for the most part. Extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Tomorrow, well, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. More sun than clouds, about 77 degrees. And then as we go into our Friday, mostly cloudy. You may have to deal with a shower or thunderstorm, about 78 degrees. Saturday, looking very nice. Lots of sunshine, lower 70s. Lots of sunshine again as we go into our Sunday, about 77 degrees for the 4th of July, even looking better. A mix of sun and clouds. We're going to be up into the 80s, and we're going to hang on into the 80s as we start going into next week for Tuesday and Wednesday. Things looking very nice. Temperatures remaining in the 80s, some areas in the mid to upper 80s, and some of those overnight lows for the most part dropping down into the 50s. Stick around, we'll continue to have a lot more for you coming up after this break.
Come on, Sergeant Ducey, let's go for a walk.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Communities around the country will be celebrating the 4th of July with traditional fireworks displays. Around our area, we've compiled a list of where you can catch those fireworks displays.
musical salute to all who serve will be broadcast on WYLN Monday, July 4th at 6 p.m. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. Narrated by Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Watch A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, presented by WYLN, commercial-free, on July 4th.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Juan, who had a motorcycle injury way back when he was a teenager that came back to cause some problems for him later on in life. Now, with great chiropractic care, he's better. His daughter's getting help. His son goes for wellness. We just have to get his wife in. Their story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
After plenty of rainouts the previous few nights, Mother Nature cooperates on Wednesday, allowing Little League Baseball to thrive. Losers bracket for the 11 and 12-year-olds, Tamaqua and Hazleton meeting at Coryell Stadium. Bottom three, tie game. Brady Sherry lays down the bunt. Everybody would be safe on the play. We head to later in the inning. Michael Steigerwalt, ground ball through the hole, gets by the catcher, and 3 runs would come around to score. A big inning for Tamaqua. They played 6 in the frame. Meanwhile, Stephen Modesto dealing on the mound. A bunch of strikeouts for him. Here he is with 2 of them. Tamaqua wins it and stays alive. It's become commonplace each summer. The Hazleton Area Shooting Club will soon be heading to nationals. The club took 3 teams to the state championships for skeet and trap, enjoying some great results a few weeks ago. 1 team won the championship for skeet shooting, while the others took home 2nd and 3rd place. As a result of having a state champion, the whole team will now be able to compete at nationals next week in Marengo, Ohio.
Nationals, it's going to be very competitive, and the kids, there's a very lot of talent there with these kids. They're shooting extremely well. They have to shoot their best game they could because of the competition that's out there, but they're going to do fantastic. Hopefully we do medal, and we'll find out.
We'll have more on the club leading up to nationals. The season officially ends with the state championship game, but unofficially we wait until all state teams are released. Today, 25 players from the Wyoming Valley Conference earned all-state honors, including 4 first-teamers. Tiana Wren, a member of state champ Holy Redeemer, on the list as just a freshman. Joining her, Jenna Lepowski from Nanticoke, along with Celine Podlesny and Megan Trivalpiece from Hazleton. Receiving honorable mentions from the Lady Cougars, Hope Kinney and Becca Rossai. And those are 4 that will compete against me in a new segment on WYLN where local athletes challenge me to their sport. That is coming very soon. And more recognition. PA AAA will be well represented next month in the International League All-Star Game. Today, 4 Rail Riders and 3 Iron Pigs were selected to play in the game in Charlotte on July 13th. Outfielders Aaron Judge and Ben Gamble, catcher Gary Sanchez, and pitcher Chad Green get the nod from Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Judge, the reigning batter of the week, has 16 home runs and 46 RBI this season. Gamble is hitting near 300 and on plenty of highlight reels with his play in center field. Sanchez has a stat line of a .280 batting average, 8 dingers and 32 RBI, while Green has been fooling hitters all year, posting a 1.54 ERA. Additionally, 3 Iron Pigs get the honor. They are outfielder Cam Perkins, catcher Andrew Knapp, and reliever Edward Mujica. Perkins just a hair under 300 this year with 26 doubles. Knapp, the Phillies' number 4 prospect in the entire organization, excellent behind the plate and on a tear at the plate. And Mujica leads the International League with 19 saves. And a final score that we do have in tonight, the Phillies win 9-8 in 10 innings over the Diamondbacks. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
If you're not in danger and you see a crime, text 274-637, 274-637, 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. Text 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. No one will know your identity.
Now, helping a solve or prevent the crime is just a text away. Text my tips to the word crimes and let the law help you.
I'm Tiffany Cloud, host of The Storm and panelist during WYLN 35's live election night coverage. I volunteer my time hosting the American Cancer Society Telethon and helping plan the Society's Season of Hope Gala. And I also support veteran organizations such as the Valor Clinic, which feeds, clothes, and shelters homeless veterans. I believe it's important to give back to our community.
Join us this week on Women's Day. Dr. Ramunde from the Lehigh Valley Health Network is going to talk to us about our adolescence and body image. We've got another great Simply Homebrew Wine of the Week. Kathy's cooking quiche. We'll find out who won that great statue from the shop too. We've got another great giveaway from Jim Thorpe and a sensational young woman on the move. That's all coming up this week on Women Today. Join us.
All right, so over the next couple of days, not looking too bad for the most part. Lots of sunshine heading in our direction. For tomorrow, about 77 degrees up to about 78. Maybe a shower or two around or a thunderstorm going into our Thursday weekend. At this point, looking very nice in the 70s. And then as we go into early next week for our Monday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine. Looking pretty nice in the 80s. And we'll continue to stay in the 80s as we progress through next week. And the overnight lows, for the most part, will be dropping down into the 50s. So it does look pretty nice as we go into the next several days. No major weather events occurring.
Right. Well, it sounds good, especially for Monday, for the 4th of July and that whole weekend. As you saw, we have a lot of fireworks displays happening around our viewing area. We will put that up on our Facebook page, and maybe your town's in there, and go check out some new ones, of course, too, because all towns are different, so they're pretty exciting. You were excited? You don't like fireworks. I know.
We discussed this last year, but I love that people love them. I just don't.
Well, that's all right. But as long as you keep that weather nice and dry so that there's no rain delays in any of those fireworks celebrations, have a good one.